Hey guys, welcome to another episode of AJ's Green Thumb. In today's video, we'll be putting in or pretty much redoing a bed. I'll show you, I'll be doing some transplanting. I'll be doing some pruning and cutting back. So today we're gonna start in this bed right here. It's kind of been an eyesore in this garden for several months. And there's also been some confusion as to the direction I would like to design. So it's a formal foundation bed. It has its green box hedging. It has a centerpiece ornamental feature, which is this orange yellow Japanese maple. And I've been really struggling with Bermuda grass here. So let me show you all the plants that I plan on putting into the garden bed. All right, so real quick, this front bed I was talking about. Well, the front part of the side garden bed. So here are the plants that I plan on putting in there. Well, let me show you how the garden looks now. It looks a fright. What you're looking at, all that hay, grass looking material is all Bermuda grass. And usually I try to stay away from synthetic chemicals in my garden, but this is a very special case where I had to go ahead and pull the lever and spray this whole bed with Roundup. So that's why you see that hay looking grass. So anyway, what you're looking at right here in the very front is a boxwood hedge. All right, these are all wintergreen boxwoods, and they grow very quickly and very vigorous. Seems like I've got some burn right over here on this one. If they burn too much with the changing temperature, with the variable temperature, sometimes I just yank them out or I'll just clip them back. And then behind that, you see a small hedge of sedum, which is pretty much came and went as far as blooming. It was a very beautiful sight. And when that orangeola Japanese maple was fully leafed out, it was a beautiful textural display with the leaves of the maple and the rusted heads of the sedum. So this garden bed is roughly, I want to say probably 10 feet by probably 8 feet. So not a relatively big space. So here are the plants that I plan on putting in the garden. So what's going to stay is the boxwood hedge. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The sedum will stay for now, and that's it. So the Japanese maple is coming out. I'm going to replace it with this blue spruce right here. It's a topiary. It might need to be trimmed a little bit to get that ball shape. But that's going to replace the Japanese maple. So we're going to have a theme here of blue and blue-green foliage. And then in the front of the border, behind the boxwoods and amongst the sedum, I plan on putting all of these dianthus. I've got several cultivars here. I've got Fire Witch. I've got, let's see what this is. This one is called Georgia Peach Pie. So that's a pretty flower right there. I'm not gonna go through all of them. This one right here is Scent First Passion. Beautiful, almost a rosy red double flower. And let's see if I can get one that I haven't already displayed. As you can see, I have a whole lot of American Pie. And last but not least, this one right here is Bumbleberry Pie. So Bumbleberry Pie and Georgia Peach Pie, which will all populate within the boxwood border and the sedum. And in the rear, I plan on putting these little golden girl spirea, I believe is what they're called. I don't have the tag. So you see that color, and it's kind of a continuation of this gold mound spirea I got back here. So that's the plan for this front piece of the bed. On plants that are balled and burlap, I like to get the entire burlap membrane off the root ball so the root ball has a chance to quickly establish itself. You know, now that I think about it, this Japanese maple and this spruce will make a beautiful combination. Now I'm having second thoughts, like how can I alter the design here? But I always keep in mind the mature size of the specimens you're planting in the particular space that you're putting them in. So in 10 years, this spruce is gonna be about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. And that Japanese maple will probably be about 6 feet tall and wide. And it will just look like a huge mess right here. So stick with the plan. So I totally removed the burlap membrane. So what do you guys think? The aerial view, it looks really nice, especially the color contrast with the sedum rusted heads, the blue-green foliage of the spruce, and then the golden red and auburn colors of the spirea. So we got something right. Now, that's the aerial view, but from head on, ignore that over there, please. From head on, it looks good. I think what I'll do next year is just go ahead and cut the sedum down so that they don't grow as tall. I think this is a much better look. The Japanese maple, although it was a beautiful ornamental specimen, I think we just had too much height right here in the front of the border. So putting this blue spruce really fits the bill. The thing is with Bermuda grass is it's very hard to eradicate from your garden. Now, from my understanding, Bermuda grass, the roots grow as far as 6 feet below the soil surface. I mean, that is insane to me. So what I'm saying is this effort to get rid of Bermuda grass is going to be an ongoing battle. So with dianthus, I plant it directly into the native soil. I don't amend the soil. And I plan to heavily mulch this area. In addition to bark mulch, I'm going to use sheet mulch. I'm going to use cardboard. So I plant the dianthus about an inch and a half above the soil surface to compensate for that mulching. Here we go so far. The issue I'm running into is the Bermuda grass. Although the top part seems dead, the roots are alive and well. So that's just a prelude to the challenges I'll have in this bed, probably for years to come. Okay guys, so I am nearing the finish line with this, I'll call it the carport garden. Here are all the materials I'll need for my sheet mulching. Understand I have a serious Bermuda grass problem. So this is my method, this is my remedy right here. I use cardboard, sometimes newspaper, and lots of mulch. So there's my cardboard stash right there. and sometimes I use garden staples. So here it is. That in the back will be a set of stepping stones to get across the bed, because I tend to traverse this bed to get to the other side as a shortcut. So here we go. All right, guys, so here's the finished product, all mulched. I'm telling you, just putting a layer of fresh mulch on a garden bed just makes a world of a difference. So clearly, we've got some spent perennials, like the sedum, and I do have to cut back the dianthus. It's fine. But it's the composition is what I'm really concerned about. The color contrast, the textural contrast. And back here, I decided to add some stepping stones since I tend to take a shortcut through this bed to get on the other side. So I think it came out pretty good. Lots of layers of cardboard underneath to help slow down the Bermuda grass, and a very thick layer of mulch. All right, guys, here it is from this angle.